Hey guys, welcome back. It's 21:33 in the evening. I've been at work today and I am tired, but guess what? I got some time on my hands, so I've decided to record because I enjoy recording. So, welcome back to All Action Wrestling live tonight from in front of 492 people at the St. Practice Church, nearly getting to 500 range. But in appreciation about a good wrestling, decent wrestling from the crowd, the Vader. Vader defeated Ultimate Warrior in 8:15 by pinfall the powerbomb. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Vader 61, Ultimate Warrior 51. No working for us, but a 62C, I'm not complaining. In a decent pre-show match, Bob Holly defeated Yokozuna in 8:11 by pinfall the flying leg drop. A 40D minus. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Yokozuna 33, Bob Holly 40. Bob Holly and Yokozuna improving in performance. Ain't complaining. In a decent pre-show match, Kendo Nagasaki defeated Brian Pillman in 15 minutes and 12 seconds by pinfall of the Kazmakak Crash. Kendo Nagasaki seemed off his game. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Pillman at 63, Nagasaki at 29. No work in progress. Kendo Nagasaki will be leaving us very soon. He will be becoming a retired wrestler and working as a road agent. I'm going to be making him a road agent and retire him because he's getting really bad in the ring. You see this? I am still champion. You see, Bound for Glory is coming up, and as the champion, I get a guaranteed main event spot. With this, Bret Hart runs in the ring and starts beating down Slaughter. And Bret goes, "Against me, you stupid American idiot. See you soon." And he just leaves the ring. He's like, "Yeah, well, guess what? You're still going to face me for that title." In about very good wrestling and decent action in the crowd, Mankind defeats Eddie Guerrero in 7:32 by pinfall the pile driver. Now it's quality in the collar commentary gave the match a boost. Mankind 51, Eddie 56. No work improvements, but nice way to open up tonight. In about very good wrestling and great wrestling and good heat, Truly Banjo defeated Chris Benoit in 7:46 by pinfall the slingshot suplex. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Truly 69, Chris 51, and Chris Benoit improving in performance, a 66C plus. The 64C in about very good wrestling and decent crowd. Sting, Regal, and Owen defeated Mantel, Hall, and Jarrett in 7:41 when Owen Hart defeated Jeff Jarrett by pinfall. Now it's quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Owen 63, Stephen 47, Sting 56, Jeff 46, Scott Hall 66, and Dutch 64. Scott Hall improving in technical, Steven Regal in rumble, and Steven Regal in performance. I'm not going to get rid of Kendo from the company at any cost because he is managing. He is the Steven Regal is the protege of Kendo Nagasaki, so Kendo is helping Steven improve quite a lot. So 64C from that. Slaughter's not on screen. He should be on screen in this angle. And he goes, "If you want this match, it's going to be inside a steel cage, Bret Hart. I'm going to kill you." Now, the only problem I've got with doing a steel cage match at Bound for Glory is it's brawl based, which I don't mind because I can just go to create match and make it a regular one. I do that just so that, you know, because I don't think a steel cage match is brawl based. As you know, just put that down to 2 minutes. There we go. And also I'm gonna take Cage Escape as well. So we're gonna save that match. I'm then going to edit my defaults. So I'm going to select all, which I haven't done yet, obviously. Because I did import a lot of matches, by the way. So yeah, well, I've imported a lot of matches onto both saves, which I need to sort out. So our first main event match of the evening at Bound for Glory is a steel cage match. It's going to be Hart versus Slaughter. And there we go. So you're ready for that one. 70C plus for Sergeant Slaughter there. An 80B in an exceptional match. Jerry Lawler defeated Kurt Hennig in 10:49 by pinfall the pile driver. Kurt Hennig 74, Jerry 86. No work improvements, but an 80B, not bad. Sting and Dutch Mantel have a massive backstage fight, brawling with each other and fighting in the locker room. An 83B plus for our main event in an exceptional match. Arn Anderson and Bret Hart defeated Sergeant Slaughter and Lex Luger in 15:04 when Bret Hart defeated Luger by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Bret Hart was head and shoulders above everyone else. Lex Luger's weakness, Jordan Caldwell versus performance in ring. Arn Anderson, Bret Hart show extra chemistry team together. Hart 93, Arn 76, Lex 57, Sergeant Slaughter 69, Bret Hart improving in performance, Lex in Rumble, and Arn Anderson in performance. And that is how we close off the night. And it's our first major B rating, an 80B for tonight's wrestling event. Next week, your main event will be a big one, but I'm not announcing it. You'll find out next week, guys. But I want to thank you for watching this episode number 2 of All Action Wrestling. It's 1987, and we're going to show the wrestling world that we're not a B player, we're an A player. Thank you for watching, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Excuse me. I've gone full 80s tonight. I've tried to do something that I've seen when I've watched 80s wrestling tonight, and I hope this works. It probably fail. But we're opening up tonight with the debut of Shawn Michaels. I thought he already debuted and he hadn't. In a battle I had great wrestling and a decent match in the crowd. Michaels defeated Chris Benoit in 9:04 by pinfall to Sweet Chin Music. We're at Atlantic City tonight in front of 500 people. At 64C, Benoit and Shawn Michaels have a great chemistry showed in their performance. The collar commentary gave the match a boost. Benoit 63, Michaels 57. No work improvements. After the match, Mankind, Shawn Michaels is celebrating his win, going, "Yay, I won, woo!" And Mankind runs in, beating down him to the mat, taking out Shawn Michaels on his first night in the company. And then we get a decent match. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Kendo Nagasaki in 9:07 by pin with the big splash. Ultimate Warrior's worth his game, he's getting better, he's getting quite last quality, and the quick match boost. Excuse me. Nagasaki 39 and Ultimate Warrior 39. No worker improvements, but a 42D. And then Shawn Michaels attacks Mankind backstage, leaving him down and out. And it's now confirmed for Bound for Glory. Yeah, Shawn Michaels will be taking on Mankind at Bound for Glory. I kind of went with that as soon as I knew that was kind of my plan anyway for these two wrestlers to go against each other. So that's going to be going ahead as planned, a 31E+. Yeah, there's no angles I've written tonight. It's mostly attacks after matches or interference in matches, which are going to advance the storylines tonight. Just be aware of that. In an exceptional match, Jerry Lawler defeated Sting in 7:49 by pinfall the pile driver after Dutch Mantel attacks Sting. Jerry Lawler 87, Sting 64. The AWA United States Championship storylines advanced segment and gained heat. No work improvements, but a 670C+. I'm not complaining with that. In above had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Dutch Mantel defeated Owen Hart in 9:36 by pinfall the pile driver. Mantel makes defense number 2 of his AWA United States title. The colour come together match a boost. Owen Hart 58, Dutch Mantel 60. Owen Hart improving in performance, 64C. And after the match, Sting comes in beating down Dutch Mantel as he's celebrating. So basically everything's now breaking down in the company, and everybody is just feuding, brawling, and beating the shit out of everyone as willy-nilly as possible. And hopefully next week we'll get some... Next week we'll be going back to a normal. I just thought I'd give it a go and see what happens. Just thought it'd be very 80s. In an exceptional match, Sergeant Slaughter defeated Arn Anderson in 15:04 by pinfall. Slaughter makes defense number 4 of his AWA Championship. Arn Anderson's getting better his gimmick. Arn Anderson 67, Slaughter 76. No work improvements, but then 78B. And then of course after the match, Bret Hart comes in beating down Sergeant Slaughter. So tonight's show was a very, very quick show. I'm sorry for that, but I wanted to give it a show. It's only 3B-. I'm not complaining. But next week we're going to go back to normal, and hopefully we'll hear from Arn or Truly about up-and-coming matches, and the road to Bound for Glory is going to continue. But guys, I wanted to give it a go because that seemed very 80s to me. That's what the wrestling companies used to do. In the 80s, they didn't used to do major storylines like we do. It was mostly backstage post-match brawls and things like that. So guys, I'll see you with the next edition of Full Throttle. Hello guys, welcome back. It's another edition of Full Throttle here tonight with AAW. We're live tonight in front of 550 people at the New York Highline Ballroom. It's the final bit of the episode I'm going to record, so I've recorded 3 of these now. As we go, and I'm going to put my computer down on the floor and cover it up with a blanket of some sort, or a t-shirt or something, as it's getting ready for your episode tomorrow, which is episode 2 of TNA. Hooray! As we start the road to Bound for Glory there. So hey, both companies are now heading to Bound for Glory. Um, so Truly comes out and he goes, you see, this company is fast becoming the place to come for great wrestling. You see, these fans are awesome. Every week we're fighting the ring and put our bodies on the line. Why? So you can cheer your favourites like me. You see, Glow is no more. Jesse bought it out, and Bound for Glory debut in our new area. But his company is going global, and you'd be ready. And Arnold comes out and he goes, do you ever shut up? So what if we own Glow? So what if we go in global? You see, what? You see, what I care about is taking you out of this company for good. You don't belong here, and if you got the balls to face me in a last man standing match at Bound for Glory. No walls anywhere in the building, and the first person who can't beat the 10 count loses. Sounds like fun. I can't wait to see these. Wait for this one, baby. See you in 2 weeks. He's really, taking the piss. It's probably not something he'd normally say, but, I don't know if the last man standing matches happened by this time, so I thought I'd explain what a last man standing match is. I did Google to see if they had happened before going full throttle into explaining kind of basically what the rules are. But I couldn't. It wouldn't tell me when the first last man standing match has held, so maybe maybe it might be useful just to it's like recapping. But in about that good wrestling and decent crowd, Steven Regal and Shawn Michaels defeated Vader and Mankind in 6:01 when Steven Regal defeated Vader by pinfall. Announced quality in the colour conjugate for match of boost. Mankind 50, Vader 59, Shawn Michaels 53, Regal 51, Michaels improving a Rumble, a 59C. Not a bad match at all. In about very good wrestling and decent crowd, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Scott Hall, our first ever champion, in 8:12 by pinfall the Big Splash. Announced quality in the colour conjugate for match of boost. Ultimate Warrior 45, Hall 66, no work improved by 63C. Not bad. So Brett's in the back in like our little interview stage sent a bit, and he goes, so I just got this note, see you next week. Slater, what are you playing? Mind games? It's not going to work. I'm ready for our cage match. So 77B from Brett, this little promo backstage going, hold a minute, what are you doing? You're trying to play mind games with me? He's got this note backstage and he thinks it's Slaughter, but what if it ain't Slaughter? Very interesting stuff going on right now. In a decent match, Yokozuna defeated Sting in 5:56 by pinfall the Bonsai Drop. And that's quality in a collar conjugate match boost. Sting 55, Yokozuna 30. Yokozuna improving a Rumble, a 50D plus. Not bad. A 65C and Paul Bearer and Undertaker in the back, and he goes, after the break, we get to see my Undertaker. Oh yes, he's coming up next. Don't worry, Undertaker will be getting a full-fledged storyline after Bound for Glory, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. A 63C in a bout for good wrestling and decent match from the crowd. Owen Hart defeated Chris Benoit in 5:48 by submission from the sharpshooter. In house quality in the colour conjugate match of boost, Chris Benoit 60, Owen Hart 57. A 63C, not bad at all from these two. And then we get the Undertaker's match. In a battle of superb wrestling and good heat, the Undertaker defeated Kurt Hennig in 5:59 by pinfall the chokeslam. 72B minus, Paul Bearer, good work at ringside. Kurt Hennig 78, Undertaker 51, no work improvements. But a good little match. And then we see a video hyping Bret Hart and Lawler versus Sergeant Slaughter and Truly Blanchard in our main event of the night, which will be what closes out the show, and it gets a 78B in an exceptional match. Jerry Lawler and Bret Hart defeat Sergeant Slaughter and Truly Blanchard in 15:40 when Jerry Lawler defeats Sergeant Slaughter by pinfall legally using the ropes of the match. He was left on his own after Arn Anderson runs in attacking Blanchard. So he's left on his own. Bret Hart 84, Lawler 92, Blanchard 72, Slaughter 72. The AAW Championship storylines for the segment and the Four Horsemen split storylines for the segment. So we kind of advanced all the storylines in the main event. And I would like to confirm our match for Jerry Lawler at the pay-per-view. Jerry Lawler. And Lex Luger. There you go. It's booked. Lex Luger vs. Jerry Lawler. And we end the show tonight on that bombshell with a 75B minus, increased our popularity in 11 regions. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you with the Go Home show and the pay-per-view very soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the AAW, and we are live as always with Full Throttle. And in our pre-show, we get a 60C. It's an pre-show about a good heat in a decent match in the crowd. Benoit defeated Steven Regal in 13:34 by pin for the Dragon Suplex. Nice quality in the colour come together match a boost. Chris Benoit 62, Regal 46. Steven Regal improving the performance, not bad. In the pre-show, we have had good wrestling, decent match in the crowd. Vader defeated Owen Hart in 13:25 by pin for the powerbomb. 66C plus. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Owen Hart 64, Vader 61. No work improves. That's fair enough. Now, be aware. I'm struggling this morning. I've been coming with up with cold. We are in front of 600 people at the Westcott baseball field, which it was not the arena I booked, but there we go. And we see Simon Saw in the back holding his band. He goes, "You see this? This is my championship. This Queen Tuesday, who wins the Bound for Glory is Bound for Glory." And Brett, I did not leave that note last week. This Tuesday at Bound for Glory, I'm going to take you down a peg and show you what a cage can do. It's time you saw what a twat you are. So yeah, the note was left saying I'll see you at Bound for Glory. Last week, I think I did actually do it wrong. It was meant to say I'll be there at Bound for Glory. But who's going to be there at Bound for Glory? Sorry, guys. We know that Simon Saw's going to be there already at Bound for Glory, so who else is going to be at Bound for Glory? Let's wait and see. A 42D in a decent match. Jeff Jarrett defeated Norton Warrior in 608 by pinfall. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match of booth. Jeff Jarrett 45, Ultimate Warrior 42. No work improvements. A 64C in above had good wrestling, decent the crowd. Sting, Shawn Michaels and Brian Pillman defeated Scott Hall, Yokozuna and Dutch Mantel 642 when Sting defeated Yokozuna by pinfall. Yokozuna was the witness trying to keep everyone's performance. Now it's quality in the colour commentary give the match a boost. Pillman 64, Michaels 57, Sting 61, Mantel 65, Yokozuna 36 and Scott Hall 64. Hall improving in performance, which is nice, a 64C. Now we get a video hyping up Bound for Glory. I was going to do the main event world titles picture, but we thought we did that in the main event in the opening match tonight, so I thought we'd do it now. So you see Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, a video showing their rivalry leading up to this Sunday. A 68C plus and above had great heat and good wrestling. Sergeant Slaughter, Lex Luger, Eddie Guerrero and Bob Holly defeated Mankind, The Undertaker, Jerry Lawler and Arn Anderson in 9:25 when Sergeant Slaughter defeated Mankind by pinfall with a gutbuster. In terms of ring work, Jerry Lawler's head and shoulders above everyone else. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Jerry Lawler excellent out there. Arn 65, Jerry 85, The Undertaker 43, Mankind 46, Bob Holly 39, Eddie Guerrero 46, Lex Luger 53 and Sergeant Slaughter 69. Mankind improving performance and Eddie Guerrero in Rumble, a 68C plus. Not a bad match at all. In a good match, Kurt Hennig defeated Kendo Nagasaki in 8:26 by pin for the Henningplex. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Kendo Nagasaki 35, Kurt Hennig 76. He's heading towards retirement age, so I'm not complaining about him getting worse in the ring, but we're going to keep him around. That is not what was meant to happen. It's meant to be... It wasn't meant to be an interview, but it's meant to be a, video hype for the match. But Brett comes up, he's in the back and he goes, "Tonight I'll show you why I'm going to win Bound for Glory. I'll win Bound for Glory because I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. And then because America sinks." There you go, I can make a promo just like that. There you go, that's a good promo heading into this match. In an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated Tully Blanchard in 16:48 by pinfall. Bret Hart seemed off his game, but he still gets the brings in a ring performance of 84, whereas Tully gets 71. Tully Blanchard improving in performance. And then, of course, after the match, Sergeant Slaughter runs in, beating down Bret Hart. As we close off this Full Throttle TV taken, as we head towards Bound for Glory, and hopefully we'll get some answers about that note. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you live with Bound for Glory. Wrong button. Very soon. I'll see you again, guys, soon for Bound for Glory. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Tonight, it is Bound for Glory. And tonight is stacked. After his first match, Shawn Michaels gets attacked by the uncontrollable Mankind. Later on in the night, Shawn Michaels attacks Mankind, resulting into tonight's match. But will Mrs. Foley Boy or will the Sexy Boy win here tonight? Sting, the first United States champion, losing it to a new star, Dutch Mantel, on his first night with AAW. But tonight, Sting can win back his United States title, or will Dutch retain that championship? The Four Horsemen, a stable people loved and hated, tonight will be on the Enforcer Anderson, or Fan Truly. Only time will tell. Sorry, I've read that wrong. People hated love, but tonight it's been killed. When On and Truly signed with AAW. Tonight these two feud comes to an end in a last man standing match. Who will be the last man standing here tonight? Will it be the Enforcer Anderson, or will it be Fan Truly? Only time will tell. Tonight, the main event, a steel cage match for the AAW Championship. But will Bret Hart be able to win with that note hanging over his head, or will Slaughter be able to win and keep that belt around his waist? And now live on ESPN, AAW presents Bound for Glory 1 from the Grand Ballroom. So the AAW Championship storyline advanced for this segment but lost heat. So did the Four Horsemen and so did the United States. We are sold out tonight live from the Grand Ballroom in New York City, New York. And then we jump to this. So we're showing excited fans before cutting to Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, who are rings. Jim Ross and Jesse, sorry. I'm thinking of TNA. And he goes, welcome to Bound for Glory 1, our biggest event yet. We've got a steel cage main event, and I think we might see a new champion here tonight. And Jesse goes, you see WrestleMania? Well, this is WrestleMania done right. I don't think we'll see a new champion in the main event. I think Slaughter will retain. Well, let's get this show underway. And we open up with a bang tonight, hopefully. More bang for your buck. A 66C+. This is the fourth time this match has been done recently, and it didn't even get any benefit. In a battle that had great wrestling and decent national crowd, Chris Benoit defeated Owen Hart in 13-15 by pinfall the Dragon Suplex. The colour commentary match of beast. Owen 63. Chris with a beautiful 62. No work improvements. We continue to roll tonight with some nice matches. As a rematch from the recent television show, and in a decent match, Ultimate Warrior defeated Jeff Jarrett in 7:47 by pinfall the Big Splash. The announced quality in the colour conjugate match of boost. Jeff 50, Ultimate Warrior 51. Warrior improving in Rumble. So there's a little rematch from the recent TV shows. When Jeff beat Ultimate. In a battle that had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd, Mankind defeats Shawn Michaels in 15-12 by pinfall the pile driver. Shawn Michaels and Mankind have great chemistry in their performance. Announced quality in the colour conjugate match of boost. Michaels 60, Mankind 50. A better reign. I thought these two would get a 63C. Not a bad match. In a decent match, Steven Regal defeated Kendo Nagasaki in 19 minutes and 42 by pinfall. A 44D. The announced quality in the colour conjugate match of boost. Kendo Nagasaki 30, Steven Regal 48. No work improvements. It's Protege versus Student. Kendo, of course, is now the ASW British Heavyweight Champion. In a decent match, Bob Holly defeated Yokozuna in 8-12 by pinfall of roll-up. Announced quality in the colour commentary match of boost. Bob Holly 44, Yokozuna 37. No work improvements. A 43D. One of the worst matches so far tonight, but you know, Yokozuna and Nat are still learning. In a battle that had superb wrestling and decent match of the crowd, Eddie Guerrero defeated Scott Hall by pinfall of Frog Splash of 63C. Eddie Guerrero's getting better. His gimmick the announced quality in the colour commentary match of boost. Scott Hall 70. Scott Hall 70, Eddie Guerrero 63. Scott Hall improving in performance, which is not bad for Hall, but a nice match there in front of our sold out crowd. In a battle that had great wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd, Brian Pillman defeated Vader in 1945 by pinfall of flying corkscrew crossbody 60C. The announced quality in the colour commentary match of boost. Pillman 65, Vader 61. No work improvements. Because it's the biggest show, we're doing most of the matches for longer. We used, there's a 3-hour show and we used most of it. 72B minus, holy crap, this match did good. In a battle that had a superb wrestling and good heat, Mantel defeated Sting In 20 minutes 14 by pinfall the pile driver. Mantell makes defense number 3 of his United States Championship. Sting 66, Dutch Mantell 68, no working for it. So 72B minus. That is good. We move on. In a good match, the Undertaker defeated Kurt Hennig in 12:26 by pinfall the Tombstone. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Undertaker 43, Hennig 73, no working for it. But 66C plus. Not complaining about that. In an exceptional match, Lex Luger defeated Jerry Lawler in 20 minutes 02 by pinfall in 81B. Lex Luger 58, Jerry Lawler 89, no work improvements. I will have to give him a bonus. Then we get a video hyping up the last man standing match between Arnson and Truly Blanchard. But gets a 73B minus in an exceptional match. Arnson defeated Truly Blanchard in 20 minutes 24 seconds when Truly could not beat a 10 count. Arn 73, Truly 74. The Horsemen split as advanced segment gained heat. And no complaints from those guys. And we go into our steel cage main event. Gets a 78B in an exceptional match. Bret Hart defeats Sergeant Slaughter in 25 minutes and 6 seconds by pinfall. Bret is now your AAW Championship champion. Bret Hart 84, Sergeant 77, no work improvements. But we close out the night with all these storylines ending with 2 huge debuts. Bret is celebrating in the ring when a fan jumps over the barricade, attacking Bret Hart, beating him down in the ring. He drops his hood and it's Jim Nadine Hart, but then an unknown theme music plays and Davey Boy comes out, attacking Jim Nadine Hart. Sting gets up and grabs Davey Boy and throws him into the cage as Jim continues beating down the new champion as the show goes to black. Jim Nadine Hart, David Badass, give it Scottish Reign below average. David Boy, David is British Bulldog, give it Scottish Reign above average. The AEW Championship storylines advances segment, and tomorrow night on Full Throttle, which will be on the next show, or I might do it. I might book it today. I don't know, but I'm gonna play it on my Xbox after this for a bit. So I am gonna confirm it now. Bret Hart will be taking on Sergeant Slaughter, Jim Nadine Hart, and Davey Boy Smith. Now the storylines will be Jim versus Bret for the championship and Slaughter versus Davey Boy. I'm going to confirm that now, but there is going to be a reason behind it. Don't you worry. And we end the show with that huge segment. These two have been on these two could have debuted last week. The only problem was I used Steven Regal too much, but a popularity in 11 regions, I ain't complaining with that. I'm going to give it to Bret. I'm going to give it to Jerry. And I'm also going to give it to Sergeant Slaughter because, you know, and I'm going to go like this. So I'm going to do this a little different if it works. There we go. So, compliment a good performance, compliment on a good performance, pointed out as a good example. Make speech. Bret was very happy with speech. Joe Lawler seemed pleased. Sergeant Slaughter was pleased with your speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bound for Glory. I want to thank you guys for watching. I know that it was quick, but, you know, pay-per-views do go quick because it's just matches, less matches and just mainly angles. But I'll see you guys with the main screen when we'll go through all of the roster, see who's doing what, see how people are improving, have a look at our popularity and how we're improving, and we'll have a look at what other companies are going on. But thank you for watching. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's now time for our quick review of the company. Now, we're going to just look at active... any in-ring push, and we're going to go for males because we have got females. Sadly, all of them weren't here last night, but as you can see, we've got Isak Yamazaki, Judy Martin, Leno Kaya, Luna Von Erich, Masudis, Medusa Melisani, Matilda the Hun, and Nia Tianata. Now, I'm going to check. Before I continue, I'm going to quickly check something to make sure this has been done right. Any disposition? Faces. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. Awesome. That should mean we've got 4 heels. And then we've got a couple who haven't started yet. 2, 3. Yeah, we've got one who hasn't started who will also be a heel. But I can't remember who that is. There is one who hasn't started yet because of a contract, or a couple who haven't started, I don't think. Not assigned yet. There we go. That'll do. So you got Heidi, Leah Morgan, and Linda Dallas. So actually, we might need another woman to wrestle. That's fine. Right, let's have a look at our males then. Well, if I need another female, I'll just try another female. I've got an idea of who. Any type, any in-ring push. Who is a male? Thank you. Any disposition. There we go. So this is our little male roster. Not very big, but it's getting bigger each week. So Arn Anderson is now a main eventer. He has been doing quite well, to be honest, and he's been getting better. As you can see, he's got improvements in certain areas here in chain. None anywhere else in flying and flashiness, and he's also got a few in brawling, which is good. The other bits improve over time as well, but I don't really look at them. I look at what he can do in the ring. How's his popularity doing? He's still got 77s up there, but in the tri-states he's improving. He's getting there. He's up to a 62C. When we hired him, he wasn't there. Bob Holly, he's still in his rookie year. He's still classified as a young lion, but he's now, I can't remember. He's under the protege of Jerry Lawler. I do believe it's Jerry Lawler. But as you can see, he's not improving very fastly. He's improved in chain. He's improved in mat wrestling recently. Submission aerial. We'll get him up, don't worry. As popularity stands, it's shit. He's a 22E minus in the tri-state, and he's got popularity across the board. But you can see, when we hired him, he was a 0, and we've got him to a 21E over the past few months, so it's not bad. Our new world champion, Bret Hart, of course, he's being pushed as a main eventer. So I'm just having a quick drink because as you can see, he's quite good across the board, but as you can see, he's improved in brawling, he's improved in purus, hardcore, and most of the things stayed the same, which is not a problem, to be honest, but it's since last time we looked, but that's quite good. But his popularity, hopefully, will now rocket ship up. But as you can see, when we brought him in, 62C, he went to a 67, he's dropped down to a 66. But hopefully, winning that championship, he's now a 67. So winning that title has helped him a lot. Brian Pillman also works for SWC. He's a main event. He's an upper mid carder over there, but he's been main eventing. He's a lower mid carder here, sadly, because he's not in Canada, I don't think. But as you can see, he's not doing too bad with improvements. This guy is definitely a player. As for popularity, he was a 15. He's now a 23. According to this, he has gone up another one, so he's 27, which is not bad at all. Benoit, my friends, Chris Benoit, the Rabid Wolverine. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is doing amazingly. As you can see, he's improved in hardcore. He's improved everywhere across the board at some point. And popularity-wise, he's a 25E in the tri-state, and he was a 22E last at the end. So he's definitely improved at Bound for Glory. Kurt Hennig, he's only 29 at this time, so I didn't realise he was that young. AKA better known as Mr. Perfect. I didn't realise he was only 29. So Larry the Axe Hennig is I didn't realise that. He was one of the best technical wrestlers and sellers of the late 80s. Okay, that's probably why he's so good. As you can see, he's not very popular. He's very popular up here, but down here, that's 57C minus. What is he now? He's a 45D. Yeah, so he only works for us as well, which is a problem. But he is going to be part of. So we are going to be having more storylines, so he will probably get a storyline at some point. But as you can see, some improvements. Hopefully, we can get him to be something useful. I'm not going to have a look at David Boy's improvements, but he is now being pushed as a main eventer. As you can see, we can have a look why he's been working with WWF. He has been improving, so hopefully now he's with us. Did his popularity improve last night? 60C, 61, 60C, he's still a 60, 61. So yeah, he's a main eventer. been brought in just to help him. This is an upper mid carder. It's Dutch Mantel, our United States champion. Better known as Zeb Coulter, if you know Zeb Coulter. He's also appeared under his real name. An improvement. That's some improvements. Not doing too shabby, to be honest. The best place to look for improvements is in the Tri-State, which is a 43D, because that is where we're based. That's where we're running all of our shows from. We've just done the Grand Ballroom. I'm really proud of that. Eddie Guerrero is someone who is also working in Mexico. So a lot of improvements do happen out there. As you can see, he's been improving across all sorts. But in Mexico, he's very popular. As you can see, he's very popular in Mexico. In America, he's getting there. He's a 20. He was a 23E according to this. He's now a 29E. So hopefully, we can help him. Jeff Jarrett, an egomaniac heel. Of course, he hasn't made his debut yet in our other series, in his series TNA, where he runs TNA Wrestling. But he was a 15. He was 15. That's when we brought him in. He went up to 17. He's now a 22. He's now a 26. So you know, our wrestlers are improving in popularity amazingly at the moment, and I think it helped them being on Bound for Glory, because it's our biggest show of the year. And as you can see, he has been improving quite nicely across the damn board. Jerry Lawler. Now, Jerry Lawler is one of our biggest names. He's on loan to Jim Crockett Promotions and still hasn't appeared there, but I don't think he will. I think that'll run out, to be quite honest. But as you can see, he's an 81B in Brawling. He's improved in Purist. He's improved in Hardcore. He's improved in Chain. He's improved in Mat. In fact, he's actually dropped in Mat Wrestling. I don't know if that's because we don't use it as often. Submission, he hasn't, but in aerial and flashiness, he has improved. As well as, in the case of popularity, as you can see, he's a 76B, he's 30 in England. He's popular across the board, but as you can see, he was a 60C, and now he's an 82, so, but now he's a 76, so he's dropped a bit, but we're not complaining. I'm not going to do too much with Jim. He's an upper mid, Jim Nadine Hart, he's an upper mid-carder. He is going to be being pushed quite hard, so I'm hoping that we can get him to at least a 60 and be up in the main event soon, because he's going to be feuding with his brother Brett over the championship. But as you can see, he's been improving in WWF. I thought I'd bring him in. It was on an exclusive pay-per-view deal. Ken Nakasaki, I'm afraid, is way past his prime. He's at the moment the ASW British champion. But as you can see, his in-ring skills are not getting any better. They're just dropping rapidly as he gets older. You know, I'm not bothered about Kendo Nakasaki. He's 40, he's 22, been doing it for 22 years. His popularity is staying at roughly 19 to 20. As you can see, it just stays around there. It hasn't improved since we got him there, and I don't think it will. Hopefully, this man has got a lot of improvements in popularity after beating Jerry the King Lawler clean, which has caused me to have to give him a bonus. 54 C minus. Let's have a look. Tri-State 40, 40, 42, 42, 48, 49, 48. 54. So yeah, that was a major jump for him in Lex Luger. He didn't have much in ring talent, which is definitely correct. But he has been improving nicely across the board. We definitely have better people in ring, so I don't know whether he'll be pushed. Mankind. The psychopathic Mick Foley, of course, is a part of us. He does appear with AAW as Cactus Jack, but here he's known as Mankind. 30 plus, 30, 34, so he has been improving. But if we look at his nice popularity, he's a 27E according to this. But as you can see, we brought him in around about here. He's got 13, 13, 13, 16, 21, and he's now a 27. So Mankind is becoming a very big player. Now, this is Owen Hart. He is only 22 at the moment, so his popularity I'm not bothered about. You know, we've got plenty of time to get Owen Hart pushed. But as you can see, he's been improving in Hardcore, he's been improving in Brawling, he's been improving in Purist. And that's what we need. We need him to be a good in-ring worker for us to go, yeah, you're going to get a push. But yeah, as you can see, he's a 24E. He was a 15, 17, 20, 22, 21, 21, 21. So 24, I'm not complaining, that's huge. Scott Hall, he's now down to a mid-carder. Hopefully we can get him back to the upper mid scene. At some point, let's have a look at his progress. 71, 51, 44, 52, 56. So not too bad, not too bad at all. I think that is some good improvements there. But I think we are going to have to kind of push him a bit more because he's only 34 plus. He was at 30. He's still there, so he's kind of stayed there. I think we need to push him again. Sergeant Slaughter, who's now an upper mid-carder, our former champion. And I am going to be pushing upper mid-carders to the main event scene because just because they're an upper mid-carder doesn't mean they can't work. It doesn't mean they can't do some good stuff in the ring. But that's not the reason why Sergeant Slaughter dropped the bout. Is the reason so Jim Nadine Hart can get a huge push. Because I think he deserves it. Chain wrestling, he's improved in submission, aerial and aerial. He's dropped a bit in brawling, but that's not a problem. Popularity rise, he's a 63C in the tri-state area. He was a 70, so he's kind of lost popularity, and I think losing the bout on the big show kind of dropped him a lot of popularity. Shawn Michaels. So when I thought he'd already debuted and hadn't debuted because he got injured, he's a 31E plus in the tri-state. As you can see, he's kind of improved to 37. He's dropped a bit, but I think that's losing to Mankind on the event. Didn't help him, but that's fair enough. You know, you are going to lose a lot of popularity if you lose a big profile match like that. 50, 24, 38, 59, so he's improving. He's going to be a major player for us, as you know. Steven Regal, the protege of Kendo Nagasaki. He's been wrestling for 4 years, so he started when he was about the age of 15, as it says there. He's 19 years old at the moment, so he's doing quite well at 19. You know, this guy's going to be around for a while. Brawling 60, 54, so he's improving across the board, and his psychology is going up because Kendo Nagasaki keeps passing on psychology chips to him, which is chips. Yeah, there you go, have a chip which can help your psychology. I'm losing my mind. 22E minus in the tri-states in popularity. He was a 2, he's 11, then he's gone up. And by the way, this guy is a major player in our TNA series, if you haven't watched that, because he is our TNA World Champion. I think he's been feuding with Chris Jericho, but I don't know who he's feuding with now, because of course we're just on the pay-per-view. Actually, he's still going to be feuding with Chris Jericho up until Bound for Glory. Yeah. So we got Sting, who works for the UWF, who is one of our. He's a mid-carder here. He's an upper mid-carder over there. But as you can see, he's been improving and all across the board. He is going to be a major player when we do push him very soon. But as you can see, in the tri-state, he was a 10, a 17, 17, 18E, 25, 27, 30. So we've really, and he's a 33 now, pushing the Sting. Ultimate Warrior, who, Jim Howell, he's 28, he's a 1 year pro, which I never realised he started so late in the wrestling industry, the Ultimate Warrior. So yeah, 25, 28, 29, 33, 33, 36, 30. 33, he's gone to a 33 again. That's because we're kind of not really doing a lot with him. We're not pushing him, we're just keeping him at a steady rate until he can get some of these areas improved, which he is doing. The reason I'm not pushing him just yet is I need to get him his in-ring work sorted. Where is the dead man? The Undertaker. Mark Callis, aka Texas Red over at the WCWA, or the Undertaker here in AAW. Is someone I've been watching off camera quite a lot, and he has been improving beautifully. And this guy I'm going to start pushing very soon. Don't you worry about that. In fact, I'm actually going to start pushing him with storylines. There's going to be a lot more storylines over the next few weeks. Heading into our next pay-per-view in December, there's going to be a lot more storylines and there'll be basic matches. But as you can see, with the tri-state, he was a 3, 14, 15, 19, 20, 25E. He's now a 31E plus. The Undertaker is a star. Trudy Blanchard, I'm expecting, is still being pushed to the main eventer. I think he might drop when I go the auto push. He's got a 59C in the Tri-States. I think that's dropped because of his loss at the pay-per-view. No, it stayed the same, which is not too bad. Truly has been improving as well. Not as much as the others have, but he's improved. He's dropped here, but he's improved in like chain wrestling, mat wrestling. He's kind of stayed the same. But it's here where he's doing his improvements. I don't think I'm ever going to see Truly do a somersault, but by the looks of it, they want him to. Vader, it's time. It's time. It's Vader time. Vader's one of the interesting people who I've been watching off camera as well. And as you can see, he's improving in chain, he's improving in mat wrestling, he's improving in submission, aerial, flashiness. And this guy is someone who I didn't think would improve a lot in the game. I thought he would, just stick around, but he's improving. 25 E's across, and then 26, 26, 25, 26, 27. He's now still at a 27 now, but we'll see what happens. Yokozuna, the guy I'm struggling to get anywhere or get anything done with. The reason being is he's shit in the ring. I'm not being mean to Yokozuna, he's a great star. But as you can see, it's taken him so long to do any improvements. But he's improving, and that's the thing I want to see, improvements. And this is the thing, is why we're starting in 1987, we're hiring them young. So that when we get to court size, or whenever we get to where we are, and we start signing them to written deals, they're going to improve even more because we'll be doing more shows. But yeah, that's as it stands at the moment. We are small still. We are a 27E in popularity, importance. No, importance we're 27E, popularity we're 28E. So we're getting close to being regional. The title match you didn't get to see was because all the women weren't there. Was the Glow Championship, but the United States champion is still Dutch Mantel. Your main event title is Bret the Hitman Hart, who's our third champion in a year. So before we go on, we're gonna show everyone our creative meeting. I think our creative meeting will be quite obvious. So Bret Hart, Davey Boy, Jerry Lawler, Truly, and Arno are franchise players. Next big things: Jeff, Sting, Taker, Scott Hall, and Shawn Michaels. Hot prospects: Jeff Jarrett, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Sting, and Scott Hall. Talk the Talkers: Jesse, Jerry, Ultimate Warrior, Paul Bearer, and Sergeant Slaughter. Showstoppers are Sting, Bret Hart, Davey Boy Smith, Kurt Hennig, and Shawn Michaels. Ring Generals are Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, Jerry Lawler, Arn Anderson, and Shawn Michaels. Who's hot? The Undertaker, Arn Anderson, Bret Hart, Sergeant Slaughter, Sting. Who's not so hot? Truly, Kurt Hennig, Vader, Jeff, Yokozuna. Time decline is Ken Nakasaki. The sign's been paid for a few years, and it's evident Ken Nakasaki is currently fighting a losing battle with his body. The 40-year-old is probably 3 or 4 years past his prime and isn't getting any younger. And we'll wait for the hidden gems to open up. So I think, we've got quite a good position we're in at the moment with the company. I think we're doing quite well with storylines and stuff like that, and I think this episode's been quite good. So Tracy Smothers, Tammy Jones, Ashley Carter, Spike, and Reggie Bennett. I think I've heard of Tracy Smothers, so yeah, we'll shortlist Tracy. I'm not going to bring him in just yet, but we'll shortlist him. So yeah, that's what's going on in our company. Let's have a look at a few of the other bigger players in the country. So this is a national company. It's #1 in the world. Of course, their financial players: Hulk Hogan, Andre, Roddy Piper, Randy Savage, and Ricky Steamboat. Their champions, as it stands, is Randy Savage as the Intercontinental Champion. King of the Ring was run by Paul Orndorff. Women's is held by the Fabulous Moolah. World Heavyweight Champion, of course, is Hulk Hogan. And your tag team champions are Brian Blair and Jim Brunzell. I just want to say something. Our championship is more prestigious at the moment than the WWF's. I don't know why that is, but there you go. So Paul Orndorff and Hulk Hogan are in a storyline. Congan Bundy is taking on Ricky Steamboat. Junkyard Dog is taking on Harley Race. And Andre the Giant and Randy Savage taking on Roddy Piper and Jake the Snake Roberts. Interesting. Over in Jim Crockett Promotions, at the moment, of course, your NW Dusty Rhodes and Nikolai Koloff won the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup. United States Heavyweight Champion is Nikolai Koloff. United States Tag Team Champions are Ron Girvan and Barry Windham. Of course, Ric Flair is your NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Will Jr. is Denny Brown. Six-man tag of Ricky Morton, Ron Given, and Jimmy Garvin. World Tag Team Champions are Manny Fernandez and Rick Rude. World Champion is the Warlord, and Women's Champion is Tony Ross. So that's going on over there. Storylines: The Gervins versus Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair. Barry Windham versus Nikolai Koloff. The Rock and Roll Express taking on the Awesome Twosome. And Big Bubba Watchers are taking on Bobby Eaton. Interesting. Their most financial players are Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes. Jerry Lawler is on loan to them. Nikolai Koloff and Barry Windham, Bobby Eaton. I don't know who's going to go there once he leaves the company. The American Wrestling Association. Their star is Garnier's pet dinosaur. Okay. So the AAW World Heavyweight Champion is Nick Bockwinkel. World Lightweight Heavyweight Champion is at the moment vacant. The World Tag Team Champions are Dennis Cordney and Randy Rose. And Sherry Martel is your Women's Champion. Storylines. They have no storylines at the moment. In American, have 40 active wrestlers on the Pop Stars are Jimmy Snuka, the reigning AWA World Champion Nick Bockwinkel, Sherry Martina, Larry Zbyszko, and a former Woohoo McDaniel. I'm not going to look at any of the other companies because, you know, of course, New Japan, I struggle to read the names of the wrestlers. But Stephen Williams is your champion. Shura Kamisha is your junior heavyweight. Tag teams is Bad News Allen and Steve Williams. None of those really matter. I don't think King of Sports have. Yeah, they don't have storylines. But who are their most popular stars at the moment? So, the corner have 22 active wrestlers on their roster. The most popular stars are Titsuma Fujima, Misha Shuneo, Kenja Muta, Steve Williams, and the co-holder of the arbitrary Bad News Allen. I think these two are actually on tour with them. And then we'll just have a quick look at All Japan. So the champions over in All Japan are Ashihira and Super Strong Machine. Junior is Matsubuya Fushi. None there. NWA International Heavyweight is Jumbo Turetsuya. International Tag Team is Juneko Tunera and Jumbo Turetsuya. NWA National is Jerk Tunera. So these guys are all holding roughly all the NWA. PWA is Ricky Kushira. And World Tag Team is Yatusa, and Ricky Kushira. So very interesting thing here. Yep, no storylines. I don't think they do storylines. So, the most popular stars are Giant Bubba, who's currently head book of the company. International Heavyweight Champion Jumbo Tsuya, the PWF Rick Kashir. NWA United States is Gunik Tanir and Aoki Madare. So they're the most popular guys there. So guys, as you can see, we didn't win last night because the All Japan Women's Tour beat us, which is where most of our women wrestlers was. When I wanted them at Bound for Glory for our thing. But we outshone the bigger people. 75 being honest, I'm not complaining. I think we did quite well last night. And I think this will hopefully add to the video because it's 25 minutes long. But what we're going to have a quick look at is what's been going on. Now, two companies have recently died in the wrestling industry on this game already. Inactive. There's only two. So we bought out Glow. We took down Glow Wrestling, which is why in the Southwest our popularity skyrocketed for a few weeks. And we did take it over at the end of last episode, and we've been waiting a whole month to bring it in. And WWF took out World Wrestling Association, which I'm not sure. If we go to here and we look at where's Aluminium? There it is. Or LMI. So you can see some of the names who were here: Dick Broser Jr., Kenja Mitsuda, Scott Steiner. So yeah, all these people have left. I think they've took all the WAW belts with them. It was disbanded after being taken up by WWF. It was disbanded after being taken up by All Action Wrestling. So yeah, that's what's going on in the world. I'm now going to sit down for a few minutes, quickly set up all the storylines ready for the next episode, as I do, and I will see you guys with All Action Wrestling very soon. But tonight, while I'm recording this, actually, this is all ready to go. So we've done that. That's ready to go. So guys, I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Bound for Glory. I hope you enjoyed the 4 weeks of full throttle, and I hope you're enjoying the storylines. But it's just going to get a whole lot better now. Thank you for watching. See you again very soon.